Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of 30 Minutes. And we're back live and direct with you guys. We've missed you, well, at least I think. Yeah, though we've missed you. I'm Melissa Awad, and I'm here with the fabulous
AJ Sapon, and right here on the show we bring you all the trending conversations on social media, starting it off with the multi-track system. It needs our educational sector to give way to all the new people that are going to be coming in, but the free SHS needs to practice a different system from what we're used to. While some are on vacation, others will be in school. We'll be telling you about it and what people have been saying about this particular one on social media, and as well a lot more.
Yes, absolutely. And Honorable Kennedy Ejapong and his apology, you can call it an apology to Parliament. What really went down when he went before the committee, and his apology, if you guys are feeling it or if you're not, you guys have definitely been talking on social media. Speaking of social media, do not forget to get at us on all our social media handles, which is at CCTV, Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Myself and AJ Sapong and Melly Mel for real on Twitter, and also the hashtag 30 minutes.
All this and more when we come back for the next 30 minutes right here on 30 Minutes.
Welcome back, guys. Yes, you are with us for 30 minutes on 30 Minutes, and we're giving you the trending social conversations of the day. I mean, even of the week. And first, starting off with the double track SHS. Yay or nay? Are you guys in favor? AJ, let's talk about this, because a lot of people are not feeling it. But first of all, let's give the audience at home what it is, if they don't know.
So basically, this is going to be a system where, so what we practice usually is a single track system, where we practice it between, from a particular point, like September, into towards the end of the year, which happens around June, July, August, depending on what kind of school you are in. So what happens is normally a 3-term cycle we do. Right now, because of the amount of new people that we're set to receive into the free SHS system of 180,000 need to be accommodated in this particular one. But we don't have enough schools, we don't have enough infrastructure, and we can't build it fast enough, because trust me, school starts in September. So what the government is propositioning is that we do a multi-track or dual-track system, where while some are in school, others will be on vacation, so that we can get it raises the amount, or it can allow schools to get over 30% of their initial intake with the same systems and the same infrastructure, but taking on more students. It will also increase the amount of teachers that will be on. It will increase the days in which we're going to be going on vacations, and also lessen the school year. So it seems to be some good, well, some also are saying that it may not be all that rosy, but giving you an insert into what exactly the track system is. So this was put out, and it shows or gives some details about it in general. So you can see it shortly on your screens, and what really it's all about.
The educational architecture of our country. We can't wait to address all our issues of infrastructure before we continue with the policy. If you're prepared to find a way, you will find that way. And we have found a way to be able to absorb this intake. We call it the dual intake system, that is going to allow us on a semester basis to address the challenge of this new population. We're doing it by, first of all, expanding the numbers of teachers. We're recruiting over 8,000 more teachers for the secondary schools this year than we had last year. And then we are going to employ a double-track school calendar system. The objectives of the double-track system are, one, that it will create room to accommodate the increase in...
Okay, so this is just a bit of a little teaser, should I say, when the president was announcing it. But what really stands out is the details involved with this particular multi-track system and what people have been saying on social media. So quite a lot that has been happening, quite a lot that has been said about it, especially on social media. So as you can see, it's a bit of an example of showing what the multi-track system is truly about. So you can see that on your screens, giving you a bit of a direction about everything that it entails going on there.
Yes, so, and AJ, but first of all, I want to know if you're in favor, because I am partly in favor of this, because at the top of the year, I think we saw about maybe 90,000, around 90,000 students enrolled. But then it's like, where was the infrastructure? There wasn't an extra supply of teachers, and now we're looking at about 8,000 more teachers that will be put in place to harness, everything. And then obviously the budget, just a rough budget, has also been put in place for teaching expenditure and other things of that nature. So I'm pretty much for it, but people have been commenting, and even so far as to say that this new system will increase teenage pregnancy.
Oh, Charlie!
People are going so far left with this, but I mean, it's been a really interesting conversation on social media. But I would love to know if you're in favor of it.
No, but I don't know. I'm a little torn about it. I understand that there's about 181,000 students. That is basically a gap that needs to be filled. Wow. We don't have enough resources to be able to fill it. We can't build, even if we said, okay, you know what, we have the over 1 billion CDs that we need to ensure that everything is done. We cannot build in fast enough. I mean, September is just around the corner.
That's the thing, yeah.
So we need to find a way in which we're going to, bridge this gap, because there's so many additional seats needed, so many infrastructure and things needed, and it almost seems about 497,000 students are about or hoping to be placed into this system.
That's crazy.
It's quite a lot of people. When free SHS comes, or when the barrier of enrollment or the pricing in enrollment comes in, it allows you get a whole lot more people flooding in, because a lot of people generally is because of funds that we're not able to get in. So now that you've removed that barrier, a lot more people are going to come in, and everyone has been antsy about it. Me, frankly, I was even thinking about universities. Not even that right now is going to even get a lot more, but a lot of people have been talking, commenting and everything else in between. Yeah. But it's interesting. What are your thoughts about it?
Like I said before, I am in favor. I want to see it implemented and how the system really goes. But by any means, I mean, we need to get as many students in there and educated. But the problem was before is that we didn't apply the extra teachers, the infrastructure. But now it seems like it's being put in place, and I think it's fantastic. But I know not a lot of people are in favor. But we're also going to be showing you some clips of some interesting thoughts on some officials and higher ups and what they think, obviously. But
absolutely. But we should go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking some more about this, looking at people's thoughts. And of course, please join in if you are thinking yay or perhaps nay. Hashtag 30 minutes, 30 minutes, and all our social media handles at CityTVGH. And as well, tweet at us at AJ Sapple for myself and at Melly Mel for real for Melissa. All this and more when we come back from this quick break. This is still 30 minutes.
The City FM Literacy Challenge is back. Are you a JHS student? Are you willing to contribute to change? What would you do if you were the president of Ghana? Do you want to win a whopping 10,000 Ghana cedis? If yes, then participate in the Literacy Challenge 2018. Level 1. The year is 2035. The law allows people below age 40 to contest the presidency. As a presidential candidate in a general election, in no less than 600 words, write your manifesto speech. Remember, letter must be in your own handwriting, must be endorsed by a parent or guardian, add your full contact details, and post to the Literacy Challenge, P.O. Box GP 14123 Accra Central, or drop it off at the front desk of City FM at the Braka behind the police station. Level 2, the top 50 students selected from all over Ghana shall take a written general knowledge quiz. And finally, level 3, the top 10 students shall compete in the classic quiz competition to win the ultimate prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis. The Literacy Challenge is powered by 97.3 City FM and sponsored by Data Bank Edifund and MoneyGram with support from City TV. Closing date for entries is Friday, 10th August 2018. Call 0205-973-973 for more inquiries. Terms and conditions apply. For regular news checks as they unfold, 2020 news, all day, all the time. Politics, sports, entertainment, business, and more. 2020 news. We bring you the world in 20 minutes.
And that's all the news in 20 minutes.
Live music, interviews, poetry, and more with your favorite personalities. Be our guest on Saturdays from 2 to 4 p.m. for the most exciting moments on TV. Join Kojo Akoto Boateng for real entertainment right in your living room. Saturday Live on City TV and City 97.3 FM.
You're tuned in to 30 Minutes right here on City TV. It's AJ Sakon and Melissa Ward, and together we bring you all the trending conversations right here on social media. Now we're talking about the multi-track system. If you don't know, this is the situation where to deal with the influx of students that will be going in for this new 2018-2019 SHS year, the government is proposing that we do a multi-track system where while some people are, on break, others will be in school, and while others are in school, some will be on break. So it will be a different system than we're used to. We are usually used to the single track system where everyone is in school at a certain time and everyone goes on a vacation at a certain time. There are some pros and there are some cons, and we're talking about it, especially your thoughts on social media about this particular one.
Before we went on a break, I was all highly in favor, but then I just thought about it. I said, who's going to get a break? Who's going to get a break in this thing?
Well, the teachers...
Will they be on rotation?
Yes, so that's why the new 8,000 is coming in, so that they're going to take off some of the... But I think also it may pose as an opportunity for some teachers to make money. So those that decide to do it, all year round will be earning more money. Yeah. Again, there will be also, it seems, a longer break as well. There will be two systems. So, but the question is, for those that are families with students on separate shift, you can't plan things like family vacations.
That's the thing.
You can't have general, your schedule will be all out of whack because one is at a particular system, the other is off at a system.
Wouldn't they allow for, if it's, I would assume that if it's one family, they should be all on one track.
But how many families can do it, especially if you're in different schools? So if,
all right, I have to rethink myself.
One son is in Fansipim and the other is in Addisada, and one is on one track and the other is on another, it's just insane. But the question remains, there are a lot more people that are going into school this year. Yeah. It's very good, but it does come with some side effects, quote unquote. And this is the simplest, easiest, and quickest way to ensure that everyone gets onto the system at the right time. And in order to be able to, keep the system, let's keep the wheels turning in the way that it should.
Absolutely. I don't think I've heard of a system like this before. I don't know. All I remember is if once your semester ended, those who went to school, it was summer school. And it was summer school because you had to, or you were failing, or you were extra smart, and you were just put in a fast track program. So this is going to be very interesting. But I feel, I'm all for progression at the end of the day. But my main concern is the financing. If I can say it, that's because it's 8,000 more teachers are coming in. Yes. So my main concern is just hoping everyone just stays paid.
But you see, it's even cheaper than building new schools, basically, because all you have to do is pay salaries of 8,000 more in order to keep up with.
Or you said all you have to do.
As against, building a whole new school at the same time and ensuring that not only the structure of the school we're talking about, that we're now talking about the desks. We're talking about if you're doing a boarding school, you're talking about the creating a whole new dining hall. You're also talking about the chairs in the dining hall. You're talking about the beds. You're talking about the cupboard.
Absolutely,
so it's a lot in terms of logistics for it. But we should go into one particular person who's not really
in favor of this at all.
Franklin Kuja of Imani, Africa, and this is what he had to say on this particular issue.
We have the issue. So we've moved away from whether we needed it or not. We now have the issue. How to deal with it, I do not necessarily buy the idea of a multi-track system. I mean, that encourages a bit of some deviancy along the way, I sort of can live with the fact that maybe we should have community schools. That we can do. But it's also important that at the end of the day, as the basket becomes too big, one of the best things you want to do is to say that, look, if I can afford at this age to support people who are, my wards are not even at SHS, but I do that for other people. And my vice president, when he's visiting his wards in Cape Coast at the time, the conflicts and the what's it called, colored beef and the rest were more than the 3 times, 4 times the fees. These people should be excluded. There's a reason why LEAP is not. We are not enjoying LEAP. We don't go around shopping around for.
Yeah, so that was what Franklin had to say about that particular situation. And yeah, well, are you in support? Are you not exactly? Well, let us know your thoughts. Hashtag 30 minutes right here on City TV.
There was a point raised about maybe perhaps building community schools.
Community day schools.
But I have a thing about that. We have schools that are still under trees.
Yes.
Have no roofs, so I don't quite understand building more schools when you have schools that don't actually have a proper infrastructure.
And even if you're going to improve upon those that need improvement, bottom line is they don't have time. It's time that
it's 2 months.
It's time that nobody has. So, well, let's go into some social media commentary and then see what everyone is talking about. So, starting it off.
Absolutely. So we have from Annie Matt. When the fundamentals of the free SHS are weak, the shift system will expose you. Wow, we're gonna be running into quite a few shift system tweets from Babili. Mansa, wow, our educational system is heading to a ditch. Unfortunately, the clergy and the civil society groups are silent because their favored political party is in power. Imagine if this decision had been taken by JM and the NDC. Partisans politics would destroy all our institutions. Wow. Well, starting off with all the not in favor tweets. Bright. Mr. President, I know for sure that your children are not in SHS, so please, sir, leave our future children alone and put things in order for them to have their quality education. I'm not going to comment yet, so let's keep on with these. I'll comment after. Deladem. I hope the government is ready to pay more teachers. Even with just the current situation, the teachers are threatening strike actions because of unpaid wages. Let's brace ourselves for uninterrupted strike actions by the teachers for this new development in our educational system. Okay, so those are some of your social media comments. Moving on to some more.
Going into Emmanuel Ami here, says education should be free from politics. There should be a blueprint policy for all governments to follow. Now that I absolutely agree with. Moving on into more social media commentary from Eric Doyen, says it's a very good system, President. As for Opana and his squad, dear, they won't understand it because it's beyond them. Thumbs up, sir. Okay, interesting point there. Going on to Fat Joe Irich. Come to think of this, has the syllabi been tailored towards the dual system of free SHS? It seems we are determined to achieve quantity and not quality. 80 days a semester is not like 4 months for the university. Students may end up doing less than 2 years. Interesting,
isn't it?
Yeah, especially when students learn quite a lot in the secondary school system. But Francis Aqua says, sacrificing quality on the altar of mediocrity. The problem of free SHS is about the adequate infrastructure. So tackle it. Yeah, well, we'll get into that. Well, moving on to more social media commentary from Kofi Krapper says, when a new idea is beyond your thinking, you tend to insult the proponent of the idea. Some people are insulting the president because they lack foresightedness. More social media commentary coming in. Chris IL says, you see your life. They advise you to take it easy with this free SHS, but you didn't listen. You see, you are just beating around the bush to make it work. Yeah, well, moving on to Kwame Suntin. He says this multi-track system is being practiced in many countries and works. Okay. Well, moving on into more social media commentary from Mbalana Jagri. I feel very sad for Ghana. Why will the president want to gamble with the future of our youth? Why? The double intake will collapse the SHS because a single intake has serious quality issues. Yeah, well, we'll be going into more social media commentary very shortly.
So I see both sides. I see, some people are saying, let's fix the issues at hand first. We've introduced the free SHS. Let's just pan that one out and go forward. And other people are not really in favor of adding another, with a whole double track system. I think sometimes we have a culture of we're not patient enough and we should just see into the future a little bit. I don't know. That's how I feel.
I get you.
I feel we shouldn't throw the whole idea away.
I agree with you on that, because you see, the problem is there are a lot more people coming in. I am absolutely for free education in every aspect, because it's a thing of building the human capital and the human resource, and the better and more educated your populace is, the better they are to take advantage of a lot of opportunities. So that is a given. However, its implementation has been something that people have been talking about. Why not allow those that can pay for this not pay for this? And it should be in a way that, and some people have proposed that, in being a way that those that can afford do pay, and those that can't take advantage of the system better. Well, the finance minister seems to agree with that particular frame of thought, thinking, why not pay, at least for him, if he can pay for about 10 people? He said this last night on Point of View with Bernard Avle, right here on CCTV. Take a look.
Your free education, I don't think it's something that any of us can compromise on, and true, it may be that there have to be changes in the way in which we are administering it. I can't take my child to Achimota or Dogono and then leave him or her and drive away and Kenoforiata not pay anything, whilst I can pay for 10 people. We need to,
so why did you implement it then?
We need to question, you need to begin to get the data to then be discriminatory in how and who pays and who doesn't pay.
But you could have done that before, Ken.
I'm not sure that we have...
with the free SHS and then now you're saying, okay, 90,000 have come on board. But there are a lot of people who have benefited who could have paid. So why didn't you get the data before you started the policy? Now we're told we're going to have multiple streams.
You're actually going to have maybe 180,000 more people. But Bernard, you know that, each soul is important. You'd rather make that mistake to get, if it is a mistake, to get everybody in the system, for the nation to then begin to have a conversation and say, okay, this is good for us because we want our human capital to a certain level, but maybe let's begin to adjust to this.
So yes, that was Ken Ofori-Atta. Almost said So Ken Ofori-Atta, our finance minister, speaking on Point of View last night with Bernard Avle, saying that why not pay, or if he can afford 10 people, why not pay? I think this has been something that he has personally tried to push along, trying to create a sort of fund that people can voluntarily contribute to. My thoughts are a little radical. I feel there are certain schools and certain classes of people that can afford to pay. So they should have been not segregated. The way segregated has been used in the past, when you say segregated, it almost sounds like a bad word. But in order to know that, okay, Melissa comes from a great family, they can afford to pay 2,000 or 500 C's as free SH, as secondary school education. So those that can pay, that fit the criteria and have the setting, should pay. And maybe link them up into, okay, maybe there's a tier 1 school that are certain schools where you would pay. Okay, so maybe 60% of the people there will pay. 40% will not. Then you go into another tier of schools where 40% will pay, 60% will not, and you go to another tier of class of schools where it's all free. Then you know where to place who where, and then those that can pay will pay. But I also understand how this needed to be done. This was a promise that they made to the populace and to the people of Ghana that they would get it done, and they had to get it done. Other than that, they were holding them to their word, but now the implementation and how to sustain it and how to fund it.
So we'll have to see how it goes.
Is where the conversation
is.
We'll
definitely have to see how it goes. Just 2 months. September is right, but it is 2 months, right?
Well, we'll be getting into a lot of it, but of course, people have been talking about this particular double-track, multi-track system that we are planning to adopt in our educational system. Well, going in firstly to Nana Chingy. Sounds like Chingy the rapper, but dual intake system for SHS is the best. Don't feed them. Let them come and learn and go home. Simple. But what about those that are doing boarding? More commentary
from Nelson. Listen to me. Oh wow, listen to me, Nana. You can even send the teachers to the students at home in September. We don't care anymore. Why?
Nelson,
that one
Nelson, are you sure you have a child in secondary school?
It's okay.
Are you sure you yourself are in secondary school? If you haven't answered any of these questions with a no, then clearly it's not involved.
So moving on to more social media commentary, we have from Prince. The sad part of it is that they are toying around with our education when their kids are given quality education outside. Wow. All right. I think this will always be an argument. So moving, but I mean, fair comment. Seth, how will the exams be conducted for the 2 batches since both streams will not complete their syllabuses at the same time?
Yes.
There could be
That's
an issue
interesting
of
one because
passing
of
papers
and WASI as well, because WASI is written at a particular time. So how are you going to get both tracks to be done within the time that they need to be?
Ooh.
And the quality is also another thing you should think about. The syllabus. Are we going to change our syllabus to accommodate this new track system? Are we going to fasten it up? Are we going to slow it? Actually,
it's a lot.
The education minister has a lot to think about.
Internal reviews. Moving on to some more social media commentary from White Dominic. I just woke up to the dual intake system news. This one, he just woke up. Where is this government going? Actually, a system abolished some years ago at the junior high school level returns in disguise. Improper planning from the onset for this whole inefficient free SHS. Wow. So that's about it for our social media commentary, but obviously the conversation does not stop there. So it seems like I'm feeling a lot of people are not in favor for it. They don't know how things are going to work simultaneously, things of that nature.
You're right, but I think a lot of it will be solved after there's like a thorough education on it, if you are all on the same page. Because in a situation such as if there's a school with 600 people, so the explanation is that with a multi-track system now, they can be able to take about 50 to 100% of that particular capacity, because the 600 people that they have will get to do a cycle, go home, and they can take a whole new batch in order to do the same cycle and go home. So when you think of it in that scope of things, it does give us the opportunity to adopt a lot more people into the system. So that works to an extent. But then the other logistics towards the syllabus, how it's going to work out, how many teachers are going to be, everything. I think with enough public sensitization, we'll be able to figure it out, or at least find another maybe equal solution to what seems to be a situation like this.
Yes, and we should begin somewhere.
Somewhere
is now. I'm on.
September is coming.
September, literally. I didn't even realize how close September was. July has gone by so fast. But I mean, I'm in favor of free SHS, but I also do agree that if some people can pay, let them pay. Definitely. All adds to the whole economic structure of what we're dealing with.
Absolutely. Yeah. And time flies when you're having so much fun. I know, I like it.
But guys, definitely tell us more about what you think. We've heard some of your comments, but the conversation doesn't stop here. Get at us both on Twitter, Aja Sapong and Melly Mel for real, and all our social media pages on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Citi TV. And then, of course, use the hashtag. We want to hear from you. Hashtag 30 minutes. That's hashtag 30 minutes.
Absolutely.
We want to get interactive.
Yes, we do. Get at us. Let us know. Tell us your thoughts. And, of course, keep the conversation going on all throughout the day until 5 p.m. each and every weekday at right here, Citi TV. So tomorrow, we'll be back your way again at 5 with more social media conversations. So do keep tweeting, letting us know your thoughts, and keep watching Citi TV with AJ
and Melissa Owan. Have a nice one, guys.